pretty good. I thought we'd have to warm you up a little bit more, but just in case you have more in you, let's try it again. Hello, Fan Expo Canada! That's the baseline. How's your day going? Thumbs up if it's good? Kind of like that if maybe you eat some weird pizza? Everyone's cool. Great. So yes, my name is Trevor Campbell. I'm the host of You Made Me Queer, a podcast on the Sonar Network. We're doing a Thank You, a live show tomorrow at 1 p.m. But none of that matters now, because we are here for two very special people. Any fans of Legends of Tomorrow? Perfect. Any fans of, oh, I don't know, Ava Sharp? Is your mic on? Jess, you good? Oh, do we have a sound tech? Perfect. This is you were missing gold.
Oh, here's comes one. There you go.
Got time to post that video you just took.
I will. Not right now. Should I post it now? I need to put a filter on it. Y'all need a filter. I'm just kidding.
None of these people need a filter. Are you kidding?
No filter.
Beautiful. Have you seen some amazing costumes here today? Oh yeah, any stand-ups you want to shout out?
There was the blue person with the antenna. Did you see that? They weren't actually at my table, but there was a blue person with little like.
Is there a blue person here with a little thing?
It was amazing.
Identify yourself. Well, that sounds great. Blue's a great color. That's a great start. So now that we are sort of out back in the world, how has the expo circuit been for the two of you?
It's been nice to see people in person again. It feels like it's been so long, and like to see people and not also be like, oh, am I gonna die?
Yeah, that's a weird mixed feeling where you're excited but you want to stay alive.
But now it's like, yeah, it's wonderful, and being here in Toronto, oh God, it's so nice out. I'm like, I wish I could stay longer.
Thank you. Have you been to Toronto before?
And then in December, she's like, F this, bye.
My fiance is from Toronto, so I've been here a few times and will continue to come here over and over again, I'm sure.
You're here at the right time. Summer is when Toronto shines. December to early May, you're fine. Summer warmer. Sorry if you love winter. So let's dial back. So first of all, I want to say this. There may be spoilers here. If you haven't, there's always one person who's like, don't spoil it. So just, by being here, you are subjecting yourself to potential spoilers.
Everybody leaves. Just sitting here alone, you and I, singing Kumbaya.
They want to enjoy it at their own pace. So for folks who don't know, how did you first get involved in this show? If you can cast your mind back.
10 years ago. I mean, everyone's must, I feel like, have heard my story, but it started on Arrow. And that was, I think they booked me to do like 3 episodes, and that turned into a whole season and into a spin-off, and the rest is history.
Just kept clearing your schedule.
Yeah, pretty much.
Sounds good. And what about you?
Same. I feel like everyone's heard my story as well, but I was brought into Chem Reed with this hideous human. Hard, difficult face to look at. To be a hopeful love interest. Not off the top, obviously. And then the rest is history. We got the role, and then we fell in love.
Right, as just people, and then they wrote it into the show.
Yes.
Yeah. Did you know that it was the story would evolve in the way it did? Like, how much of an idea of the characters did you have when you first signed on?
I don't think anybody knew what, even the writers. I think they had but Sarah had many a love interest.
I do remember in the breakdown before the chem read that they said that you had many love interests. I was like, watch me win her over. And they were looking for like.
They were not.
I remember Phil saying, well, yeah, we want this one to last like longer. And she needs to, settle down.
They went and found Sarah a wifey.
Wifey.
I think it was though we had really great chemistry. And I mean, from the moment like I first met Jess in the audition, it was like, that's the difference. When you have good chemistry, it can make the world of a difference. And I think, the writers seeing us together, and it just naturally kept evolving into the point where she's co-captain of the ship. So it was pretty awesome.
Yeah, absolutely. That's so important. And they, you have a very short audition process, but they want to check, are these two people that could gel for years and years?
Well, and I don't even know that, like she started saying, I don't know that they thought it would evolve the way it did. I remember a couple, before I even found out I was a clone, in like episode 8, I shot 8 episodes, and then Avalanche had started. One of those weird slow motion core memories you remember in your life, asking you on set in the green room, what's a ship? I don't understand. Like a ship? I'm like, no, like a ship, like a relationship. I don't understand. I didn't know what Stan was. I didn't understand any of it. You're like, Avalanche, and then they made it. You made it. Avalanche. I mean, the fans made Avalanche continue on for years and years.
No question. Well, with a show like this, which has such, it already has so much lore, but the way the fans are such a direct part of the show, that must feel a bit like normally you're on a TV show, you have a responsibility to, you want it to do well, etc. But with a show like this, you really want to not let down the fans. Was that a lot of pressure?
Yeah, normally I'm like, how can I let down the fans today? But this show,
Touche.
This show, but no, you do. You feel more connected to the fandom, I think, especially, I don't know if it's because it's a comic book show, I don't know why that is, but you for sure, and especially
they're the best fans in the freaking world.
But it is special, like I've never had that level of connection with my fans as I did on this project. But I think also it's now at this point, it's like, a lot of people that I've talked to even this weekend, they're like, I've been a fan of yours since I was in 3rd grade. And I'm like, how old are you? Because it's like, I've been hanging out with everybody in their living room TVs for like 10 years. It's pretty crazy.
Yeah, please, round of applause for that. Well, this is what you think about that. Some folks have grown up with you sort of being always their favorite TV show. Their favorite star, yes. So on that note too, a show like this has so much lore. So going into it, I was just sort of going back through the Wikipedia page. I'm like, right, so she's dead. She's not dead. Now she's dead. Now she's coming back. So did you have like a cheat sheet in your pocket of your costume? How did you keep track?
I don't know, but every time I was like, this is the last time you're killing Sarah Lance. I was like, because I'm not coming back to life. And then be like, okay, yeah, we won't. And then we're filming, and they're like, oh, by the way, you're dead, and now you're a clone, but you're already alive. And I'm like, wait, what?
But when you saw in the script, Sarah Lance dies, did you already know I'm not being written off the show? Or were you just happy you had a job? Okay, that's good.
Yeah, that death. Earlier on Arrow, it was like, well, nice knowing y'all.
You didn't know early on.
I didn't know there was no Legends of Tomorrow.
Right, but
at that
they
time.
killed you on Arrow and you didn't know that you'd be back.
No, I thought it was done.
Oh my God, what a great phone call to get.
I know, too, because, luckily, I left professionally and quietly, thank you. I enjoyed my time with you guys. Really appreciate it. And the inside, I'm like, I don't need you. I don't want to be on this stupid show anymore. This show's going to fail now.
2 months later, ring ring. Hi, Katie Watts, would you like to come
Yes,
back to Arrow?
me.
Okay, that's fine. Let's see.
Okay, great. Thanks so much.
That's a great tip.
I told you they want me back. I always knew they wanted me back.
Please remember that. It may be tempting to leave the room with a mic drop, but you never know when you're going to get another opportunity or be written back onto the show, so...
Well, always take the path of graciousness, for sure.
100%. Now, I know also you're both trained dancers. Is that correct? Yeah, if we could just see 2 counts of 8, just real quick. So because you had that background, you did a lot of action scenes together. How is having dance training similar to action scenes? How is it different?
Very similar, actually, because it's very different from real martial arts, but from movie foo, it's so similar because it's all choreography. It's remembering your steps, it's timing, it's rhythm. The only real difference is it's a different style of dance.
It's like sloppier.
Yeah, and like, you know, when you kick here, you're not, you kick differently. It's a whole other style almost. And then I think the hardest part is looking, I'll still have this sometimes where I go to do like a big spinning kick or something like that and I look like a dancer. And I'm like, how do I make it look hard?
Yeah, that sounds like, how do I make it, I'm sure it's still hard, but that's an interesting point. Like, is your toe pointed or accidentally, like, your arm, you know, gracefully shoots up, like.
Well, it's also like, you would never turn your foot in dance, like this is not a thing. But when you go to kick, like, you're not, like, you have to do that. It's totally different, like. Thanks, Jess.
Lose my hat, so I thought, yeah.
Yeah, that was good. This is TV stuff. This is why they do the real deal. That's it. Okay, so you had that challenge. So would you rehearse those? Like, how did you rehearse those action scenes together? Was it in a dance studio?
No. We had a stunt space, but a lot of times we didn't have time to have rehearsals, and so we would just learn it on the day. But when we had big fights, we would get to rehearse it together.
Yeah, they'd always attempt to offer, but the shooting schedule was so rigorous that you didn't always get that luxury, or sometimes you're just tired. And also the stunt department is a department in and of itself. They shoot full-blown, like, you know, previs of all of the stuff that you're going to do with wonderful, amazing stunt people that are also saying your lines, and they shoot camera angles and how it's going to be. So often, I think we would ask for the previs and know within ourselves towards the end of the seasons that, or as we were shooting later, that we didn't need rehearsal, or we did, depending on how complicated the fight was going to be.
That makes sense. You got more and more comfortable. Any off the record? Any accidental, like?
When you threw the knife in my leg?
Whoa!
Yes. That one was.
That was just.
That was one of my
bad
favorite
timing.
memories.
So that was slightly off mic. So did you say when I threw the knife in your leg?
Yeah, at my leg. It was a rubber knife, but it still hurt like a mother.
And it was good that you sacrificed your leg
Because it
instead
was
of
right here to the guy who was standing in front of him. Did you know I got socked hard in the Clone versus Clone? I literally got punched full right hook from the stunt gal across the face. It was when Ava was fighting all of the Avas, and it was a good fight. We had a great fight at the beginning that scared the shit out of me. That I was like, I remember rehearsing it in my hotel room because I didn't know you at all then. We had like that chicken fight where we just leave the room and keep fighting and leave the room and keep fighting when we introduced each other. And this was the second fight that I was nervous about. It was a lot of moves and doubles of myself, and it wasn't me actually. I did the right move and she did not, and she just clocked me right across the face. And there was a bottle of wine in my trailer within an hour. I remember landing so hard and being just like, don't cry, you know? And her like, oh, yeah, I'm fine, but it hurts to actually get hit.
And I bet the terror in her eyes, she was like, I'm sorry.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then you're terrified of getting in trouble.
I didn't.
So Jess was like, I'm fine.
I don't want to get her in trouble. All my eyes like blowing up.
When I just got back from Thailand, and their stunt people are crazy. They are so hardcore. Literally, I'm fighting, and the guy's like, just really punch me, like just really kick me. Like, we're doing these fights, and you know, like I'm so used to, but it's so much easier. It's like I can just kick you, like okay, and it looks so much better. But you would never run and like do that. Really, I don't know how they do that. I can't. I like hit my arm on someone's shin, and I was like, I'm done for the day. Ouch.
Right, that is crazy. I'm sure it looks great because you're actually like clumping people, but were you nervous you were gonna hurt someone?
Yeah, always. And like, I think to the point where they're like, just do it, because I'd be like, how about this? Now, is this too hard? Like a little, they're like, just do it!
Were they padded at least, or were they just completely like, I don't even
Sometimes.
care? Wow.
Yeah. Yeah, they're like legit over there.
And are you still in the NDA, or can you tell us what project to look forward to?
I don't know what I can say actually, because they did tell me not to post even the name of it, but it's a Muay Thai like action film, and
That'd be dope.
It's all little footage.
the other actor in it, his name's Leo Howard, and he plays my little brother, and he's sick. He's better than me. I was like, damn, this kid is good.
That sounds great.
So that it's cool. It's like kind of like almost like an old school action movie where it's just action, 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 action.
So keep your eye out for some sort of sibling action adventure set in Thailand.
Yeah, I'll post it. Don't worry.
Okay, it's gonna be great. Follow both of them.
You
Now,
know.
have you done a lot of sort of martial arts projects before, or action projects, or was this a departure for you?
I've done a lot of action stuff. In the beginning of my career, I didn't, and then I did a movie called The Machine, and that was like, which is cool too, because but actually working on these shows like Arrow and Legends was the only time I've ever had a stunt double, and even like on this movie, I kind of got used to having a double, like just in case. I don't know, you know, like just in case. And with this one, they're like, no, there's nobody that looks like you here in Thailand. Like, there's definitely not. And I was like, okay. But that's, like on The Machine, I had no double. On this film, I had no double. It is cool because I don't know, I like, sometimes on Legends you'd be so busy that they would just be using doubles, and I realize how much I don't like it. I mean, my double's amazing, all the doubles are amazing, some people are great, not knocking them, but I do consider myself an action actress, and it's something that's important for me, because it's almost like, am I gonna let somebody do my acting? Like, say my words for me? Like, no, I can do it my style. So I did a lot of action stuff.
Yeah, that makes sense, because it's part of the character, the way they fight, and their physicality is definitely part of the performance. Beauty. So this was also a show that, keeping track of Am I Alive or Dead, Am I Clone, Who Am I, but also you're rocketing through time to all these different periods. So for me, that's super fun because you're getting to wear all these awesome costumes. Did you have a favorite costume?
Well, I was always frustrated because I was in that damn suit for
Did you have like 20 of those suits?
burned it. Oh, you have no idea. You have no idea how many of those white shirts, almost to the point where I was going to start just a crisp white undershirt line for people that are curvier, because either it would just open, like because it was a men's cut, or it was some crazy, like I was like, how hard is it to find a white shirt that also tucks down? I mean, God, we could talk
Nice
about this
action hero on the
forever.
go.
Yeah, so we finally perfected it, and then I was like, I can't wear the suit anymore. People want to see other things, like let Ava dress up. And then once, I didn't even care what I was wearing. I just wanted to get in, the Legends and be able to dress up. I was always so jealous. They would show up and look amazing, and here I am with my side wave curly hair, like my hands behind my back, my freaking suit. I loved the Marie Antoinette. Yeah, it was great. And not the kind of my sad dress, but my pretty dress with towel. And my hair, my makeup, our hair and makeup are amazing on the show.
Was that corseted too?
Oh, was it corseted?
Woof.
What is a hard name? Yes, it was all corseted. It was a lot of boning.
He said, woof.
Woof, I say. And you?
There was like a Civil War episode.
Western too. Western was the other one.
Western.
I actually didn't feel like I was dressed up in the Western, so I always forget about that, because that's literally, what I just want to wear all my life.
The first time we did Western in season 1, that all the women were wearing dresses, and this was like when we were still kind of figuring out like what the show was and how does it work when we travel time, and they had me in a dress, and I was like, I'm not wearing this. Like, there's no way. Like, put me in the Sharon Stone in the whatever outfit. Like, those were fun. That the one that I was saying, it was a blue dress from the Civil War time. I don't know what episode that was. So, I don't know.
I feel like someone here must know.
And I liked our dancing episode. Our Hoover one, we wore those white dresses and the...
Yeah.
Can we still give stuff? I
I
want
don't
some of
know.
those clothes.
Let me text them right now and see what they say.
Any reps here who can get us those costumes stacked?
I know.
All they do is stick them in a big warehouse. How sad is that? All these beautiful clothes. They just sit there.
Can you imagine this is the crew? Imagine you had like 24 hours to just go in that warehouse and just take anything. That would be good. So I also want to note, of course, because this is very important, White Canary is the first character from Marvel or DC to be explicitly shown, I'm reading this because I want to get it right because it's important, as bisexual in movies or TV.
I didn't know that, actually.
This is a true fact from the internet. And every...
I know it's the internet.
Yeah, if it's on the internet, it's true.
Is it the internet or is it Wikipedia?
Just saying.
I mean, I'm trying to think if there was any other bi or even gay superhero characters.
From Marvel or DC, anyone? Constantine predates this, are you sure? Do you want to get in a fight with Wikipedia?
Was Constantine gay on his first TV show?
Female bisexual?
Or did he become gay when he came over to be very gay legend?
That's right, he's awakening.
Did he just turn? Did we turn him? But was his character in the comics? In the comics.
Always
yes.
bisexual, fantastic. Well, this is still an accolade, and you know, you had
Well, quit trying to take it, alright? It's mine. First ever.
That's right, Constantine can have their own panel. So it's this, you know, beautiful, well-rounded relationship that is sweet and violent and angry and all sorts of things that, you know, real relationships are like. So with that in mind, what has been the reaction from fans being able to portray that relationship on TV?
Eagleland's relationship? I mean, it's amazing. Because it's a healthy relationship. It's like, so, you know, they're not breaking up all the time and having all these problems and it not working out. It's like, it really is just, because normally on
We put our
TV,
foot down on that. We were breaking up all the time, and finally it was like, stop it. This is not a season theme where by episode 3 we're gonna break up and then we're gonna, you know,
Yeah,
and like just killed you instead. Kept us apart for however many episodes, but yeah.
it's just nice to have like a happy, healthy relation. It's like they have a really nice, happy, healthy relationship.
Between two strong, independent people.
God bless.
Characters
Yes.
who knew who they were independently and wanted to find someone else to share in their independence, regardless of what that was, you know, to in their strength and not sacrifice who they were, all the things, not somebody just jumping. And it wasn't all about the relationship too. I mean, then it just happened once we were together. We were just together. Yeah, it was great.
Yeah, great. No one's really like the one who saves the other person. You're both just sort of badass, and sometimes you're, you know, dressed like cowfolk, and sometimes you're in a corset, and you know, a work-life balance. So also, you were together on set all the time, as you've alluded to. So, have you figured out how to make the other one laugh during a take? What is the thing that can crack the other one up?
During a take?
Or like, you know, you're professional, you're not gonna ruin a take. But you probably knew how to do it.
I love ruining a take. She's hard to break, actually, though. I mean, I don't know if you've seen the bloopers. I walked in a T-Rex head one time and said all my lines in a T-Rex head, and she just kept going. Well, we need to get to the fabricator of the something. I was like, Jesus, you're good, sister. Keep rolling. Watch this magic.
We can use this.
We all get pretty delirious, and then we laugh. I mean, the deliriousness of. I'm always thinking like our honeymoon and yeah, it's a thing. We have these weird songs that we just try to sing to pass the time, and then it turns into a chant.
Maybe that's the answer, is sing. Like, we would make up songs, and then like you just join in the song, and then the next thing you know, like the entire like cast and crew is like.
Contractors are sweating. Yeah.
We'll put in the bloopers, but stop for now.
Exactly.
Perfect. Well, I'm sure people don't just want to hear me ask you questions. They probably have some questions. Yes, I see a hand up. Some questions of your own. So we are going to have a Q&A opportunity. There's a lovely person over here with a microphone. We have one microphone. So if you have a question, you can raise your hand. Here's a quick rule for the Q&A section. You need to ask a question. Sounds super obvious, but sometimes you get a little nervous when you start and you talk and it ends in a period and no one knows what to do. So make sure when you get to the very end, think, did that end with a question mark? And if it did, A+ 100%.
I'm Ron Burgundy? Yeah, we'll think it's a question.
You're right, just go up. Just go up. Lots of great tips. So if you have a question, please raise your hand and we will do our best to get around. Why don't we start nice and easy for you right here in the front row?
Because the show got canceled, we never got to see Ava and Sarah be moms. So what do you think they would have named their baby?
I feel like canceled can go with clone in terms of words we don't say.
Yeah. Serious all.
So if
And the other C
the show
word.
didn't go another.
Get renewed. Yeah.
It's on hiatus.
Yes. Yeah, we're on hiatus.
Can we put that on the record? It's on hiatus.
10 years from now, we'll do a reunion.
We will. We will. I guarantee you guys we will in 10 years be the geriatric legends.
So what would you name your baby?
Look, we can't even answer it. I asked a question and we still can't even answer it. We just up here.
You did your job. Well
You
done.
did your job wonderfully.
The name of the baby? Didn't we've made up many names.
We should just call him Mick. Evolve.
Make it
Works
a boy,
for-
make
works
it a
for
girl,
alien-
make it
alien Mick.
you know.
Nick
They-
works.
It
Yeah.
works for like Mick. I think Mick is good. Mick, you know, the problem is the last name. So is it Mick Larp? Is it Mick Chance? Is it Mick? We don't know. Moving on.
And, you know, maybe just make like
Sharp
Prince. It's one word. So that's a good one. So let's keep going. Next question. I'm gonna make you run now. Over here. Is it a Wonder Woman situation? Yes.
I feel like we might be able to hear you. Let's try it.
Alright, so first of all, you guys are amazing. I always love the show. As a martial artist myself, hearing you talk about it is so awesome. Thank you. So awesome. And, yeah, my question up. Right. So,
So awesome?
Bring it home. You got yes.
no, I've always been a fan of Wonder Woman, obviously, and I always loved your characters. And I was wondering if there's anyone else in the DC world that you guys think is badass enough to be in a scene with you, and who would that be and why?
The DC world.
Badass.
I want to do a scene with Florence Pugh. Is that her name?
Yeah. Pretty badass.
She's hot.
What is she
Yeah, she's the Black Widow's sister, little sister.
Florence Pugh, are you here? Here. Good one. Okay, great answer. And Spider-Man in the back. Sorry, I'm really not trying to make you run that much, but it's a great costume. What's that?
Hi, I'm Ryan. First and foremost, I love your show very much. Unfortunately, you guys got canceled.
What is
It's on hiatus. Sorry, Ryan.
Okay, let's rewind. Take two.
No, but my question is, even though we probably won't see Sarah and Ava again, do you guys think it's a possibility you guys will return on Flash's final season?
They can't afford us.
Beautiful, great question. Okay, let's give you a softball right here in the black jacket. Nice and close. Just up here.
Hi, my question is, what was your favorite scene to film in the show together?
Great question.
Such a hard question. Oh, I hate that question. It's like, what's your favorite movie, favorite song? Oh, man. No, it's great. It's
Or one of
I
your
always
favorites?
liked any scenes where we were like in bed together. No, just because you literally get to lie in bed. And the cameras and you're like, I'm just gonna stay under the covers and wait. And it's like, and then I'm like, okay, you ready? And you're like, ready. And I'm chilling, ready.
Yeah, I loved dancing with you. I loved tapping with you. Even when we were on speed or something, I loved the bullet blonde sequence down the stairs. That was so much fun. I loved the tango. I love dancing with you.
Yeah, see, we had a lot of fun
Yeah.
with those
Oh, I love that one. Yeah.
accents.
We're gonna
See?
stick this bank up, and we decided to do the accent right before. And we weren't really sure if it was gonna work.
The director was like, no. We were like, you don't shut your mouth. See?
Yeah. Same with the Star Trek. He's here. Shatner. He tweeted you about it, I think.
Yeah, I wonder if somebody Yeah.
But yeah, we decided to do
Lots of accents.
lots of accents.
You had a Russian accent.
The
You
Russian.
did really good Russian.
Thank you.
I had a bad French accent for a little bit.
What?
In the
Oh,
Clue.
you were the widow.
That's all it's about the French. It was really.
France is a big country. It could be from any part of France.
She was like Pepe Le Pew.
I moved a lot as a child.
Perfect. We're just throwing a little parade. Good. So we ran the gamut. So we had in bed or like full-blown dance sequences.
There's
Takes.
not one. We can't pick one.
Those are great answers. Okay, next question. Yes, with the flags.
I don't need a microphone.
This is the next big director over here. Yes.
Oh, you're all friends.
She's gonna write a movie for Florence and I, and she's gonna direct it.
Yes. What, did I just get recast? What happened? Thank you.
Oh. Okay, so what's your question?
Pretty much like she was in the scene.
Mixed feelings about it, to be honest. I was like, oh, I don't want, because also I was like, am I gonna just spend like a season with like a fake fat belly all the time, and I was worried that it would like, I don't know. I was like, I wasn't sure about it, but then they were like, it's gonna be.
Ava, didn't we?
We
were
did.
under
We
the
always.
impression,
It
like,
was gonna be. She was gonna be the one to carry
was
the baby,
cool with
and
that.
then they were like, nope, it's
gonna
you.
grow out of the back of your head.
I think actually how Sarah Lance reacted was how I felt about it too, where it's kind of like, this is great, or is it terrible? I don't know how to feel about it. I'm scared.
I just wanted to quickly thank you for your show. The show that every episode, it was the show I held on to saying, I just need to get through the week to watch this show, and I'm not going to commit suicide because I need my
Thank you so much for sharing that. That's something. Oh, please.
No, I was just gonna say, and now your new mission is, I'm waiting for this movie, girl. God, give me this movie.
Just don't do it now. I'm saying maybe next summer don't, because that'll be the Thailand martial arts. So give it some space. After that movie comes out, from the summer after onward, you're good to go.
So I'll be available then.
And that's why this must be nice too, because doing a TV show, it's not like you're doing a play where you get to see the reaction from people. Sometimes you don't know the effect you're having, maybe through social media, but I think one of the great opportunities of this is that people get the chance to tell you how much your work means to them. So thank you for that. One more round of applause for that. Do we have another question? What about right in the back? Just to your right. You with the green hat. Yeah.
How you doing, guys? You look fantastic, by the way. Love the hat.
That was your question. Thanks so much.
Also, we're on hiatus. Because
We're on
of that,
hiatus.
so-
That's right. This is your final warning, everyone.
What, in your younger days as an actor, who did you meet that gave you some really good advice that you still use today?
Life advice or acting advice?
Either or, he
That's
says.
a great question. I actually, before I moved out to LA, worked at a film festival to try to meet people, and where I'm from in Florida. And there was a movie going through there, oh God, I think it was called Funny Money, and it was Chevy Chase and Penelope Ann Miller and Chris McDonald, who's Shooter McGavin. I don't know if everybody knows Shooter McGavin. And they were so, you know, you're the young person at the film festival, like same as this young person right here. I'm going to write the next movie, and you know, I'm moving to. It was me. I'm going to move to LA, and I want to be an actress, and I have a degree in business, international marketing. And I'm just going to go be an actress, and they were so gracious. And Penelope Ann Miller gave me her number. Chevy Chase just said, "Good luck, kid," and then asked for like a water and a coffee, and where the green room was. You know, he was lovely, and then Shooter Chris was just amazing, and he told me a million stories about a million things, and we ended up staying in touch. Full circle. Shooter McGavin, I keep calling him Shooter, which he hates. If this is being recorded, I'm sorry, Chris. God, I haven't seen him in so many years, but I would love to give him a hug. He showed up at the bar that I was working at, and I was getting some roles. Like I was booking roles, but I was Jess Leszewski. Like that's my last name. And he's like, dude, you can't, that name. You need to be marketable. You're in marketing. What is? And I'm like, what do I change my name to? And Jess, and we're sitting at the bar. Jess Jameson? No, it sounds like a porn star. Jess Patron? Patron? I could be, no, I don't look like that. Like, okay. And we got to my favorite scotch, which is literally Macallan. And he is why I am Jess Macallan to this day.
No way.
Yeah.
That is so, and not like Jess Corona.
Jess Corona, go through them all. By the way, none of them work. Jess, like,
Budweiser?
Jess Goose, Jess Belvedere, none of them work, guys. But then full circle, Penelope Ann Miller came on this first season of the first series regular that I got on Mistresses, and was a recurring role, and basically shot herself that I was the lead of that television show on ABC. It's 5 years there.
Amazing. Good advice, thanks.
No, it's a great story. I don't have an answer. I honestly can't think of anything.
That's fine. We put you on the spot so much.
But it's a great question, and I will go home.
When you were dancing, were there any performers that gave? Because you danced with some big people, like you were.
They weren't like, let me give you some advice,
About
kid.
acting. Yeah.
Well, I would say, because you already told us don't drop the mic on your way out, so that's, I don't know, did someone give you good advice to not like burn the bridge when you left something?
I can't remember. I'm sure somebody did. I'll think about it. I think it's a great question. I have a bad memory too, so it's there somewhere. I just have to find it.
Was there something from like your coach, like when you actually learned how to study? Because you studied nonsense, right? Or anyone that kind of impacted you?
I had a dance teacher. My dance teacher, her name's Tiffany Francis. She's still a dance teacher now, and she was the most influential person, like in terms of my work ethic. And she taught me, like, you want to be good, like you got to work the hardest. And you got to be here longer. You got to work harder, and do it 5 times, as many times as everybody else. And that really, like, she ingrained that in me. And I think that's what made me. I was never like naturally amazing at acting or dancing or whatever, but I would work very, very hard until I became good. And that's always my advice to people who want to be actors. I'm like, you have to be undeniably good. You have to be so good. You can't just kind of act, like get really good.
Great advice, and work hard. We have time for one final question. Final question, right over here. You. Thank you so much.
Pressure's on.
Let's give a round of applause for our crew member here. Okay, what's your question?
If the show ever got taken off of hiatus, which of the cast members would you want to come back?
Oh, so just in case you couldn't hear, if the show was off hiatus, wink wink, which of the cast members would you want to come back?
When we come back from hiatus,
Manifest it.
everyone, but like Dominic McRory, for sure. I'll get his grumpy ass back.
Come on, Victor.
And
I work with Victor enough.
and Nikki Pooh, Nick
Keenan.
Zano. I was bringing Nick Zano.
Keenan would be fine.
We bring
bring
We
it.
can afford it.
So please put your hands together for the wonderful